interpreter is here.
Oh, the interpreter here. Oh, hi, Christian. Okay,
Yeah.
then let's do Yolanda
Yeah.
first. All right, so Mr. Yolanda, I have a petition to revoke your probation.
Bwana Wironja, kuna amri ya ombi la kusimamisha probation yako.
The allegations are that on April 24th and May 1st and 2nd, you failed to report to adult probation.
Inasemekana ya kwamba tarehe 24 tarehe za mwezi wa 4, tarehe 2 na tarehe 1 mwezi wa 5 haukuenda kuonana na probation kama ulivyokuwa unatakiwa.
On March 14th, you failed to participate in treatment as directed.
Na tarehe 14 za mwezi wa 3 haukuenda kwa masomo ulikuwa unatakiwa kuenda.
On April 27th and May 15th, you had unapproved contact with the victim.
Kwa tarehe 27 na tarehe 15 huu mwezi 27 za mwezi wa 4 uliwasiliana na muathirika bila ruhusa.
On May 15th, you failed to abide by an order of protection.
Tarehe 15 mwezi wa 5 ulikiuka amri dhidi ya ulinzi.
And on May 1st, you failed to attend the review hearing at the court.
Na tarehe 1 mwezi wa 5 haukufika mahakamani kama ulivyokuwa unatakiwa.
So I'm going to enter a denial of those allegations, like a not guilty.
Kwa sahihi wataamua wataingiza ya kwamba haujakutwa na haya mashtaka.
I'm going to reappoint a public defender to represent you.
Unaenda kupewa wakili wa bure wa serikali atakaye kusimamia katika mashtaka haya.
And I'm going to remind you, you're not to have any contact with Miss Harvey or return to her residence.
Na kukumbusha kwamba hauruhusiwi kuongea na Bi Harvey, hata hauruhusiwi kwenda kwa makazi yake.
And I'm going to hold you on a $5,000 bond, and your next court date will be June 4th at 1:30.
Umewekewa dhamana ya dola 5,000 na utarudia ndani ya mahakama tarehe 4 mwezi wa 6.
And that's it, sir.
Ndio hayo kwa leo.
Leo.
Okay.
All right. All right, thank you. All right, thank you, Christian. You can be excused. We're done, Mr. Wilconda.
Thank you. Wironja, umemaliza tu, enda zako. Hautaachiliwa. Kwa heri.
Sawa sawa.
Have the door downstairs, please. And then, Bean.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Garrett Andrew Bean.
All right, looks like I have a warrant for Mr. Bean's arrest from a failure to appear for initial appearance back in March of, from a case from March 2023, dangerous drug possession, 2 counts of narcotic drug possession, and drug paraphernalia. Counsel, it looks like he already has a bond, so do you object to the state's $500 suggestion?
No, Judge, he's not been able to pay that, so I guess we can just impose another bond so he starts getting credit on the warrant case.
Okay, so I will appoint the public defender, no alcohol or illegal drugs, $500 bond, pretrial services if posted, and the arraignment for Mr. Bean will be May 23rd at 1:30. That is it, I think, for Mr. Bean. Thank you.
And Your Honor, on the next one, if it's okay, we waive reading.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Ourselves.
All right, we've got a warrant for you out of New Mexico, and it looks like it is a no bond warrant. So I will appoint the legal defender to represent Mr. Sells, and set it for a fugitive hearing on May 21st at 2:30, hold him without a bond, and I think that's all we have for him, so. All right, that's it, sir. All right, now I'll do a little misdemeanoring before we get back to you.
Sure. May I be briefly excused, Judge?
Yeah.
Oh,
Officer,
thank you.
deputy, if you want to leave, you're welcome to. Wait. Okay, okay, okay. And then should I think I'm gonna dismiss Davis. You're not gonna call back on that one? Or you won't? I'm not, well, I can wait. As long as you're here, we can wait. Okay, all right. Well, here, I'll give you the paperwork for it, Jackie, and then just see. I'm not signing it yet. Oops. What's your name? You guys, she's muted. Thank you.
Angel Rita.
All right, you have a warrant out of South Tucson for criminal trespass. So I am going to order you not to go back to that location and come back to court in South Tucson on May 27th, 10 a.m. for a warrant will issue for your arrest, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, then you're released.
Out the door, go sit back in the front with the females. Sanchez, Marcus. Put this in. So.
All right, second, what's your name, sir?
Marcus Sanchez, Your Honor.
All right, you're charged with driving under the influence, minor in possession of alcohol in your car. It looks like it. 2 counts of violation of a court order. I don't have any probable cause statement on that. So I am going to order you not to drive without a valid license, no alcohol or illegal drugs, comply with all court orders. No PC statement. And I am going to release you on your promise to appear in justice court on May 27th at 8:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
All right.
All right, and you're released with those conditions.
Thank you, Your Honor. Wait, so I'll be released on May 27th?
No, you'll be released and you gotta come to court on May 27th, or a warrant will issue for you.
Oh, thank you.
They'll
Thank
give you
you,
the
Your Honor.
paperwork, okay?
And the paperwork will have all of my conditions of what not to do?
Yep.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. And when do I be released?
Dr. McHale.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you so much. Your Honor.
Out the door downstairs.
You have a good night.
Downey, Kayla.
I don't see any victims on here, do you?
This.
Yeah.
Back to.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Kayla Downey.
There's 3 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and the victims called, but I don't see them on Zoom. So let me just ask my clerk, did they say, I know they were talking to you, did they want contact and no return? Is that, because that's what they told pre-trial. Okay, all right, and that's what pre-trial, they told pre-trial too. So ma'am, I'm gonna release you, but you can't go back to the victim's residence, okay? They said they
Okay.
wanted contact, but they didn't want you to return and commit no acts of domestic violence, all right? And your next court date is gonna be June 16th at 9:30 in, city court. So that's when you need to be in court, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Okay. All right. You're released then.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, nothing. It does not. Lopez entered the way it's being done. Yes, it is. Yeah. Oops.
What's your name, sir?
Angel Lopez.
Yes. All right, Mr. Lopez, you are charged with domestic violence, criminal damage. I am going to order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence and order you not to have any contact with Fernanda Lopez and not to return to her residence. You comply with that?
Yes.
All right, and then no acts of domestic violence, and you need to come back to court June 17th at 1:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Just a second.
All right, then you're released.
Thank you. I have to go to work down the stairs. Lopez Francisco.
Did we skip Mr. Encinas for a while, or?
He refused to appear before the judge.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Francisco Enrique Lopez.
All right, Mr. Lopez, you're charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. If I release you, you're not to have any contact with Miss Casado and not return to where she is living. Do you understand that?
Yes.
No acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and your next court date will be June 17th at 1:30. And if you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes.
All right, I'll release you on those conditions then.
Actually,
All right.
I'll see the judge. This time.
Sorry, Jim. Screwed up that one. It didn't be on that one. All right, what's your name, sir?
Jess Alcido.
All right. All right, Mr. Salcido, I'm seeing you on a bunch of misdemeanors. You have a reckless burning, a criminal trespass, a drug paraphernalia, failures to appear on criminal trespasses and drug paraphernalia. So I'm going to order you not to go back to the incident locations, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to release you on these and give you a public defender, and that way they can follow along with what's happening for your felony. And we're going to set it for July 18th at 9 o'clock. If you want to be seen sooner on these, your public defender can take care of that, okay?
Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
I'll be right upstairs.
did Mr. Phillips not want to see me either?
We're getting him right now. You're like, he's coming right now. No, over here. Phillips, over there. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, it's true.
What's your name, sir?
Human Phillips.
All right, Mr. Phillips, I've got charges for you of failure to appear on disorderly conduct, domestic violence, drug paraphernalia, assault, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence, theft, shoplifting. So I am going to appoint the city public defender to represent you. Order you not to go back to any of the incident locations, no act of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And your next court date will be May 28th at 1:30. I'm holding you on $1,000 bond. And that is it, sir. Your public defender will be out to talk to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, way line up.
What's your name?
Lionel Way.
All right, Mr. Way, you are charged with domestic violence assault, 2 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. You, if I release you, you're not to have any contact with Christine Richards or her child. You understand?
Yes. Report to the second.
No return to her residence, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you have any guns?
I do, but they're not.
Where
They're at the
are,
house.
where are they?
They're at the house. Her house. Just one.
So no guns while the case is pending, okay?
No problem.
And no return to her house and no contact with her or the child. And I've changed my mind. I'm gonna release you, but you need to come back to court on June 17th at 1:30 or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then you're.
Thank you.
All right, there, miss. So, from the street.
What's your name?
All
All right, you have new count of indecent exposure, criminal trespass, and then failures to appear on 2 counts of criminal trespass from May 10th. So I'm going to order you not to go back to any of the incident locations. You understand?
Yeah.
You need to come back to court May 29th at 2 o'clock or a warrant will issue for your arrest. All right?
Okay.
All right, you're released then.
Thank you.
You behave yourself down there? Take a seat down there. Elvin.
Hold up. They're running on the track right now. The guys are in the machine. Don't want to go to the what building?
What's your name?
Crystal and Townsend.
All right. The felony you are charged with is criminal littering. And I am going to appoint the public defender to represent you. And order you not to consume any illegal drugs or alcohol. And I'm going to release you to pretrial services, so you need to report to them. And the preliminary hearing will be June 5th at 1:30. So report to pretrial and come to court. Then, Ms. Townsend, you have 2 counts of cruelty or neglect of animals and a criminal trespass. So I'm going to order you not to return to the incident location and no alcohol or illegal drugs. And you need to come back to justice court on May 27th at 1 p.m. No, I'm sorry, at 8:30 a.m. or a warrant will issue for your arrest. So that one, you don't have a lawyer, so you need to get yourself back here, okay?
Okay.
All right. She's released. What?
Jim was asking if Mr. Bean's funds are cash or secured, because both the boxes are checked.
Oh. Well,
Either or.
either or.
Okay, I'm not-
I don't remember checking any boxes, but I thought if we didn't check them, they were all cash and secured. Cash or secured.
So chair, get right there.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Good evening, Your Honor. Andrew Kenny Thompson.
All right, Mr. Thompson, it looks like I'm seeing you on a warrant out of Pima County Superior Court for 2 counts of disorderly conduct with a weapon from May 4th of this year. And the state is asking for a $25,000 bond, but it looks like he would be eligible for a no bond hold, counsel. So you agree with the no bond?
I agree, Judge, but I just want to note something. It looks like Mr. Thompson was sentenced to, got a suspended sentence to probation this morning and was arrested in the courthouse. One thing I don't understand is when the pre-sentence report was prepared, the offense date in this new offense is it's May the 4th. So it's interesting. I don't know why it didn't show up on the pre-sentence report, but that is just something I wanted to know. Maybe it was confidential. I don't have that information. But Judge, it looks like at least on his last felony case, he has a good history of appearing in court. So I know the court's policy on the no bond requests, it has to be exactly. But even that there is some evidence of compliance, Judge, we ask that you consider a $10,000 bond. But I kind of think I know what's going to happen. So
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if the Constitution requires me to hold him without a bond, to me, the only way I can not do that is if everybody agrees to a bond as opposed to a no bond. So given
Sure.
that, I assume you'll agree to the 25,000.
yes, Judge.
Okay, all right. So the state is asking, I will appoint the public defender, no return to the incident location, no contact with the victims, no firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, $25,000 bond, pretrial services if posted, and the preliminary hearing will be May 27th at 1:30. All right, ready, Denisa?
Yes, ready, Your Honor. Hi.
All right, what's your name, sir?
¿Cuál es su
Mario.
nombre, señor?
Mario.
Mario.
All right.
¿Cómo?
Sir, I am seeing you on a warrant out of Superior Court for failure to appear for initial appearance on a charge of narcotic drugs possession from January of 2023.
Señor, tengo una orden de aprehensión del Tribunal Superior por falta de comparecer en un cargo de droga narcótica y posesión de droga narcótica del día 23 de enero de este año.
And the bond on the warrant, counsel, is $8,000. Did you want to be heard?
Y la fianza para la orden de aprehensión es de $8,000. Señor abogado, ¿desea ser escuchado?
So, Judge, I guess.
Oh, he does have a hold already, doesn't he?
Yes, Judge. So I think he has that probation hold, so he will be held no matter what. And actually, Your Honor, I see that the bond went down from 8,000 to 500 when the warrant got reissued.
Su señoría, tiene una detención, sí, y había una detención de probatoria. También me di cuenta que por el caso se redujo la fianza de 800 a 500 cuando volvieron a instalar la orden de aprehensión.
Oh, my bad, Judge. I think it was 500 first and then elevated to 1,000, not the other way.
Disculpe su señoría, creo que era de $500 y luego se elevó a 8,000.
All
But
right.
Judge, since this is a simple possession matter, we still ask for 500 for the time credit.
Y por ser un caso simple de posesión, pedimos por el tiempo que le dé crédito y una fianza de $500.
Well, I am going to appoint the public defender to represent the defendant and hold him on a $2,500 bond.
Le voy a nombrar un abogado de oficio para que lo represente y lo voy a detener bajo una fianza de $2,500.
And then the next court date will be May 23rd at 1:30 for the arraignment.
Y su próxima comparecencia para su lectura de cargos será el 30 de mayo a la 1:30.
Then, sir, you have some misdemeanors, a trespass and a drug paraphernalia from today,
Y tiene unos delitos menores del día de hoy por allanamiento de morada y objetos para uso de droga.
and failures to appear on similar types of cases.
Y faltas de comparecencias por casos similares.
So I'm going to order you not to go back to any of those incident locations where you were arrested for the misdemeanors.
Le voy a ordenar que no regrese a ninguno de las ubicaciones de los incidentes por estos delitos menores.
And I'm going to release you, but I will give you a public defender in the city court so they can follow along with your holds and see when you want to take care of these misdemeanors.
Le voy a liberar, le voy a dar un abogado de oficio del tribunal municipal para que le dé seguimiento a su detención y para ver cómo van a proceder con estos delitos menores.
And your next court date in city court will be July 18th at 9 o'clock.
Y su próxima comparecencia en el tribunal municipal será el 18 de julio a las 9 de la mañana.
And that is it, sir.
Es todo, señor.
David.
All right, what is your name, sir?
¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
David Gustavo Pedro Figueroa.
David Gustavo Astorga Figueroa.
All right, you have a warrant for failure to appear in court on possession of narcotic drugs and drug paraphernalia from March 27th of this year.
Tiene usted una orden de aprehensión por falta de comparecencia por posesión de droga narcótica y por possession of drug narcotic and what else, Your Honor?
Possession of drug paraphernalia.
Y posesión de objetos para uso de droga de este 27 de marzo de este año.
And counsel, the bond has a $7,500 bond, or the warrant has a $7,500 bond on it. Do you want to be heard?
Y la orden de aprehensión, señor abogado, tiene una fianza de $7,500. ¿Desea ser escuchado?
Yes, please, Judge. I know pretrial services has indicated that he didn't comply with the conditions previously. He's maxed out on the scale, but still, if you're not inclined to release him, we just ask that you consider lowering the bond to $3,000.
Señoría, sí, los servicios precondenatorios han indicado que no ha cumplido y está en el máximo en la escala. Ahora, si se inclina usted de que le reduzca la fianza a $300, counsel? $3,000.
All right, I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Astorga Figueroa, order him not to consume any alcohol or illegal drugs.
Voy a nombrar un abogado, señora Astorga Figueroa, le voy a ordenar que no vaya a consumir ni drogas ni alcohol.
And set a bond of $3,000 and pretrial services to monitor if the bond is posted.
Y $3,000, si se llega a depositar esa fianza, los servicios precondenatorios lo monitorean.
And the arraignment will be May 23rd at 1:30.
Y su lectura de cargos será el día 23 de mayo a la 1:30.
Also, sir, you have a warrant for drug paraphernalia out of justice court.
También tiene una orden de aprehensión desde el Tribunal de Justicia por objetos para uso de droga.
I'm going to release you on that one, but I will let them know that you're in custody. So your next court date will be May 27th at 8:30.
Les dejaré saber que está bajo custodia y su próxima comparecencia, por eso será el 27 de mayo a la 1:30.
You also have new charges out of city court for drug paraphernalia.
También tienen nuevos cargos del Tribunal Municipal por objetos de uso de droga.
I'm going to release you on those and give you a city public defender to follow your case along and see when you want to be seen on that case.
Y le voy a liberar bajo esos cargos, le voy a conceder un abogado de oficio de la ciudad y para ver cómo le vamos a dar, cómo le va a dar usted querer dar seguimiento a esos casos.
So your next court date and the city court case will be July 18th at 9 o'clock.
Así que su próxima comparecencia del Tribunal Municipal será el 18 de julio a las 9.
And that's it, sir.
Es todo, señor.
$3,000 to bond. I stay here.
Yeah, you have to pay $3,000. Yeah, Madam Interpreter, can you please tell him that until he pays the $3,000, he cannot be released?
Señor, hasta que no pague los $3,000, no será liberado.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you, Denisa.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good evening. Thank you, counsel. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Candace Davis.
Oh, okay. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong Davis. Just a sec. No, okay. So Miss Davis is charged with lots of things. She's got a warrant out of Superior Court with, give me a second here. See if pretrial counted them up for me nicely. They didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 10 counts of possession of dangerous drugs and narcotic drugs for sale. 2 counts of, I don't know, you all. Do you think that the
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Ms. Davis is asking if the court will consider waiving the reading of the charges. I know they're just
I'm
there are plenty
fine.
of
Yeah, I'm fine just because I can't count them all, but they go through July 6, 2023 through April 19, 2024, including the drug charges, the conspiracy charges, the weapons charges, and the grand jury warrant counsel is $100,000. Did you want to be heard?
Yes, please, Judge. So I'm sure the court noted that at 50 years old, Ms. Davis has absolutely no criminal history. I didn't see any misdemeanor criminal history either. The other thing I want to note, Judge, is when pretrial services contacted Ms. Davis's daughter, she confirmed she can provide third-party custody and transport the court if necessary. Ms. Davis is gainfully employed. She is an event planner. And Judge, I suspect that this is a course of conduct kind of charge, which is consolidated in one indictment. Your Honor, but given a complete lack of felony history, if you're not inclined to just release Ms. Davis to pretrial services supervision, we just ask that you consider a bond closer to $5,000. Thank you.
All right. Well, I am going to appoint the public defender to represent Ms. Davis right now. Order her not to possess any alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, surrender any firearms she has. I am going to, this is if posted, and the arraignment will be May 23rd at 1:30.
And Judge, that was a secured bond?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
I gave you that, form that I didn't sign, but I don't see it in here. That,
Yes.
all right, is this Miss Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I have an issue with the probable cause on this, Miss Goodman. Do you want to defend it?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may. Per the interim complaint, Your Honor, there's two charges, which is one that's taking the identity of another, which in this case was her sister's information. By the fact that she utilized the personal information from the victim in order for her not to provide information that law enforcement had an ongoing investigation, she received the benefit. She also had an active warrant, Your Honor. By her not providing her actual identification, her actual ID, she received that benefit as well, Your Honor, as not being under detainment based on also on that justice court warrant. In addition, Your Honor, for the criminal impersonation charge as one, he also did assume false identifications and with the intent to defraud another. In this case, the fraud of another. Your Honor, as the court to consider the third party hospital where she received medical treatment, providing fraudulent information involving her sister's name in order for her to receive those medical services. Now, in this instance, the victim, which is a sister, is not receiving medical bills based on the defendant providing her identification. So she did defraud not only the victim, but also a third party, which in this case would be the hospital or the clinic which she received as medical services. For these reasons, Your Honor, respectfully ask the court to find probable cause.
I don't, because none of this tells me any details of this case at all. It basically just said she did this, but I'm supposed to be the one to figure out if she did it, at least at this stage, if there's probable cause to hold her. And to me, this is just saying she did these things without me having any information of how she did them or where she did them or when she did them. So there's like no foundation here. So I'm going to dismiss for lack of probable cause.
Your Honor, if I may address the court, I respectfully ask if the court does not find PC, I'll ask for the court to release the defendant, not dismiss the interim, and then at that point, that will be the state's response. But that's all I have.
Okay. All right. Well, I know we go back and forth on this and I'm not sure what the answer is. So right now I'm going to dismiss it. And then that doesn't mean, Ms. Davis, that they won't come back and charge it again. They probably will. But right now, the way it was written, I'm not going to find probable cause. So, but Ms. Davis has other projects going on, so we have to deal with those. She has, thank you, Deputy, a warrant for her arrest out of Pima County Justice Court with a $2,500 bond on it, failure to appear for domestic violence assault. So I am going to hold her on that, and she will be seen the 19th. So I will give her a lawyer. May 19th at 1 p.m. And let's appoint who? Let's appoint Amanda Bynum to represent you, ma'am. So you'll be seen on the 19th, on Monday for that one. Commit no acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, May 19th, 1 p.m. Then you have a city court case from today, it looks like, yeah. Trespassing and drug paraphernalia. I will release you on that one. And you need to come back to court June 16th at 2:30, or a warrant will issue for you in city court, and do not go back to the incident location on that one.
I'm sorry, Judge, you released her on the Justice Court as well?
I didn't. I held her on a $2,500 bond. That was on the warrant, so I'm going to honor that. And that one will be the 19th.
I was kind of surprised just because I kind of saw that coming, which is why, even though you found no PC, I smiled and said, well, maybe, but yeah, unfortunately.
I actually didn't know what that warrant was. I was gonna release her, but that was a high bond for justice
Oh.
court, so that's why I held her, but it wasn't intentional. I didn't even open that file until.
No, it's all good, Judge, which is why I was smiling. I was thinking, oh God, I don't know where this is going, but yeah, thank you.
Your label maker wasn't working. The label maker wasn't working. Oh, okay. I guess it's gonna be a mess this weekend. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm doing them tonight and got over that. All right, what's your name, sir?
Yes, I come here.
I'm sorry, Miguel?
Yes.
Okay, I've got a warrant for you out of New Mexico, I think, for a burglary charge, it looks like. And the state is asking for $15,000. Was that on the warrant? I'm just not seeing it.
I believe it was 2,500 on the warrant, Judge.
Well,
Yeah, the warrant is lower, Your Honor, but looks like he's been detained for this matter multiple times. He keeps getting released or bonds out and never returns to New Mexico to address the case.
okay. All right, so what's the defense position?
Your Honor, so despite all the back and forth between New Mexico and Arizona, the last time the New Mexico judge issued the warrant, the judge put a $2,500 bond. So given that that is the case, we would ask the court to consider releasing Mr. Miguel to pretrial services supervision, but we understand if the court's not inclined to do that, we just ask that the court affirm the bond amount on the warrant. Thank you.
Okay. All right, well, I think I will, well, I know I will appoint the legal defender, order no alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will hold Mr. Miguel on a $2,500 cash bond, since that is the bond on the warrant, but it will be cash. Pretrial services have posted May 21st at 2:30 will be the fugitive hearing. Then Mr. Miguel has some city court cases. Trespass, criminal trespass from today. 2 of them, I guess, or maybe duplicates, I'm not sure. I'm going to release you on those, sir, and give you a public defender to follow along with your fugitive warrant and set your case for July 18th at 9 o'clock. And you can talk to the city public defender and see what you want to do with these trespass warrants. Don't go back to the incident location if you get out. And that's it. What's you guys be quiet, please? What's your name?
Adriana Ochoa.
Adriana Ochoa. Okay. So Ms. Ochoa is charged with theft of means of transportation, and the state is asking for a $10,000 bond in lieu of a no bond counsel.
I'm not going to base my words, Judge. I know what the court's they're trying to do.
Okay, so you agree to the 10,000 as opposed to the no bond?
I have to, Judge.
Okay. All right, so I will hold Ms. Ochoa on a $10,000 bond, appoint the public defender. No contact with the victim, no alcohol or illegal drugs, pretrial services if the bond is posted, and May 27th will be the preliminary hearing at 1:30. And then it looks like Miss Ochoa has a South Tucson warrant for criminal trespass. And I'm gonna release you on that, ma'am, but I will note that you have a hold. And your next court date in South Tucson will be May 27th at 10 a.m. And that's it for Miss Ochoa. Yes, yes, thank you. All right, what's your name, sir?
Damian Moreno.
You are charged with aggravated criminal damage and endangerment. Counsel, I didn't really pay attention to this one as much as I should have for the DUI.
I never.
Ms. Goodman, do you want to address the DUI? Because I probably need to dismiss it. But the other two, I'll let Ms. Goodman see if she can defend that DUI first. Can you? Ms. Goodman?
I'll do my best, Your Honor. The establishment in the PC, Your Honor, referencing the probable cause, it's basically the impairment language to it. I'll defer to the court.
Okay. So, counsel, let's say I'm going to dismiss the DUI, but I still think there's probable cause for the endangerment and the criminal damage, given the amount of damage and the fact that there was a driver in the other car. So, given that, is the state leaving the recommendation as $10,000 still?
Yes, Your Honor, as there are victims, based on the fact that there was another victim where the defendant T-boned the other vehicle. In addition, there are other significant damages, not only to the victim's vehicle, but also to a traffic light that where the defendant also caused an impact.
Okay. All right. So, counsel, $10,000. Do you want to be heard?
Yes, please, Judge. We are asking the court to release Mr. Moreno at this time. That's because the DUI I saw was, the last one is from 2019, the felony DUI. He has a misdemeanor DUI from 2010, but that's beyond the 7-year window, the 84-month window. Given that he finished probation, Judge, we are asking you to consider, he was released to pretrial services on that other matter. I don't see any FTAs on the last case. Mr. Walk, he has stable housing. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I may have clicked the wrong one, if I may.
Okay, yeah, it's a 2009 DUI.
9 DUI, exactly. So because it's the 2009 DUI, it's pretty remote, and he doesn't seem to have any other felony history, Judge. He has a stable residence. He can show up to court. That's not an issue. So given the age of the last DUI, we are asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Moreno to pretrial services supervision. Thank you.
I am going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Moreno, order him not to have any contact with the victim, not to return to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs, don't drive without a valid license. I'm going to set a bond of $7,500 secured, given the damages in this case that are alleged. And the next court date will be May 27th at 1:30. And I am dismissing the DUI for now. Oh, Mr. Moreno has something else. Wait. Hold on a sec. He has a what? A city court case of excessive speed and failure to appear. Oh, I'm feeling better already. All right, so I'm gonna release you, Mr. Moreno, on that one. And it is a criminal case, so I guess I will give you a city public defender to follow along with your felony and set your next court date for July 18th at 9 o'clock in city court. But your city public defender can let you know if you want to come earlier. They can arrange for that. But I'm releasing you on that, okay?
Okay.
What? I might have said, given it to, did I give the pink sheet to you? I mixed up everybody's, yeah, I mixed up the files on that one. Put everybody together. Thank you. Jim. Sorry. All right, what's your name, sir?
Nicholas Walker.
Charged with aggravated driving under the influence and felony criminal damage, and the state is asking for a $10,000 bond on this, counsel.
Yes, Judge. And I believe this is the one I was looking at previously. The last DUI is from 2019 and the other one is from 2010. So, Your Honor, I understand there was an accident on this one too, but Mr. Walker is employed full-time and his mother was contacted by pretrial and they will, and she has agreed to provide third-party custody and transport. Given the age of the last misdemeanor and the last DUI, Judge, we're asking you to consider releasing Mr. Walker, but if you're not inclined to do so, we just ask that the court set a bond close to $2,000. Thank you.
Is pretrial services testing DUI people even, or no, they're not testing anybody? Do we know this?
I believe somebody from pretrial's usually up.
I don't know. I don't work at the downtown office. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I will appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Walker. No alcohol or illegal drugs, don't drive without a valid license. Given the history of DUIs, I know they're older, but here we are again. I am going to hold the defendant on a $5,000 bond. Pretrial services, if posted, May 27th at 1:30 will be the preliminary hearing. All right, thank you all. Have a good weekend.
You too, Judge. Thank you. Bye, Maribel.